Not really feeling too great right now, to be honest. Kind of needed to like hop on the camera and low key, I guess, like vent a little, as well as like share a little bit of advice on this situation that a lot of us see ourselves in. So, heartbreak and how to deal with it. So, as I'm sure like almost everyone that watches these videos knows or goes through that, heartbreak is a very common thing, and it's when like you are very invested in an individual, and there's someone invested in you too. Depends on your situation, of course, but you kind of get the ball rolling between two people, and then it just stops, and you don't really understand why, and you're sort of like scratching your head and questioning everything. That's sort of what I went through. In my situation, I had a lot of love for this person, and they honestly seemed like they had that same energy for me. Like, it really felt like genuine. So when I told them about how I felt, everything was great. And then one day the next day they were like, hey, we can talk about this in the morning. And I was like, yo, that sounds good. Because you were saying I wasn't really feeling fresh, and like, it's just easier to talk about it the next day, like after you've had like a couple hours to think about things. But I was like, okay, yeah, we can talk about this in the morning. That sounds like a good idea. But the days passed. We never spoke again. I was waiting for a text. She didn't ever reach out. I reached out. I was like, hey, what's up? How are you? No reply. We go to college together too, so I try to go find her in college. She'll just straight up ignore me, and that had me feeling like really terrible for a while. And it's been like 2 months now, and like I thought I was getting over it, and for the most part I am mostly over it. But sometimes you just see something that makes you think about that person, or like you start having those thoughts about like, man, I really miss this person in my life. And it sucks because you don't really miss the person, you miss the memories that and the connection you guys had. But everyone in life has a choice, and if they cut you off, then they cut you off, and you can either stick with me, because I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do anyways. I'm gonna blossom into the greatness that I'm gonna hold within my life. So you can either stick with me or you don't, and they chose not to. And honestly, that's fine. I'm gonna continue doing my thing. I'm gonna continue to become stronger, become better, and work on myself. And I plan on doing that, and I've been doing that. I've been going consistently to the gym. I've been grinding my internship like crazy. I've been doing my school assignments, networking events. I've been going hard, bro. And take my situation as an example of like how to go about things, but not entirely. Like, don't hold on too much, because it's gonna end up eating at you, and it's painful just constantly like reminding yourselves of what could have been compared to what is. And also, just let them miss out on you, like genuinely. Like, you are an amazing person. You bring so many qualities to the table. You do what's right for other people. You do what's right. You did what's right for them in that moment when you were together. And don't let them not choosing you degrade the value of who you are as a person, because you're capable of so much, and your value isn't determined by whether someone wants to be with you or not. Like, don't let that Don't let that happen. And remember, it's always legacy before love. I know that's a very like, sort of like, it's not really a negative thing to say. It's kind of like a maybe pessimistic. I'm not really sure what the right word is, but it's not really like a great thing to be looked at, because like, yeah, love is important. Love is very important, but especially as like a young individual trying to establish themselves, you should focus on what you're gonna do, what you're gonna bring to this world, who you are, rather than who you are with them. And the reason for that is that, let's say you do choose them, right? And they choose you, and boom, yay, you guys are together, right? Whatever. You're gonna be too distracted and busy trying to make sure that things are okay with them, that you're meeting their standards, that you guys are going on dates, that you begin to push away your purpose and your legacy. And then if or when they leave you, you're gonna have nothing. You're gonna have nothing that you worked for, because you can't invest in people the same way you invest in a skill or invest in like your career. You know what I mean? Like, investing in people always often hurts you, especially in like a romantic perspective, because people can just flip. Like, that's what happened with me and this girl, because we were going really well. Like, at least I thought so. Like, she was like my best friend, and we were going on dates and whatever. We were calling like a lot, like all night, texting all the time, and hanging out all the time, and just like, you sort of like, you build that connection, but then it just takes one like reason for them to leave. And I still don't know the reason. I don't know if it's like, because when I told her how I felt, if it just like overwhelmed her and she had to leave. Like, she could have at least said something, but I have no idea. Maybe she just never cared about me, and the minute things got a little too real, she had to leave. And like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to assume, because I don't know what really happened, but it just took a flip of a moment, just a snap, boom. This person that you were so emotionally invested in, and like you thought like was gonna stay with you for the long run, just one little decision in their mind, and boom, like, you're alone and you feel like shit, you feel terrible. And that's why you can't invest in people. You need to invest in what's gonna make you a valuable person in this society, and your purpose, and what you're gonna bring to the table. But don't let this stop you from dating or trying to pursue love, because love is a very beautiful and real thing. And when you find it, it's gonna be worth it. Like, because when it's real, and you guys both have those feelings for each other, and you guys actually make it work, that's like the most beautiful thing in the world. So don't ever give up on love. Don't have a pessimistic perspective on it, but always focus on who you are before what you guys are, if that makes sense. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave some comments in the video. But focus on yourself, and remember who you are, and let them miss out on you. Don't try to convince or persuade no person to like you. Either they like you or they don't. That's all it is. Straight up simple. Either they like you or they don't. And people who are like maybes, like, oh, I don't know, I need more time to think about, those people, just cut them off, bro. Genuinely, because if you don't know if you want me or not, then you clearly don't. You know what I mean? Love is a strong and real thing. I'm just in my feels right now, honestly. Like, it's been a few months. It's been 2 months. I've been doing really good, but I'm sure you have these too. Like, those little moments where you just like, it's like, fuck, I miss her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we never even dated. We only got to the friend point, and That's the part that confuses me on like why I'm so like sad about it the most. Like we never got there, but it felt like that was that person for me. And when it didn't work out, it sucked. But I'm still here. Times are gonna get better. Those moments you think that life is like the worst and like how are you ever gonna recover from this? Things will get better. You just need to have faith, and you need to allow yourself to move on, and try not to live too much in the past, because you end up just trying to bring back memories of something that was never even meant to be. And that's something I did with this person, I'm not gonna lie. When I would see her in like, we would go to college together, right? But different programs, but I would still see her on the hallways, right? I would see her on the hallways, and especially, I mean, the first few times, like, yeah, like, I was so confused, I didn't know what happened. Like, she never just ghosted me. I tried to go talk to her, like, hey, what's up? But ignoring, right? She eventually texted me saying that, like, she's trying to figure some things out and take some space. I was like, okay, I can respect that. A few weeks go by. I try to talk to her again. It's just like very dry, like, hey, hello, hi, whatever. Very minimal conversation. But yeah, I saw her again like 3 weeks ago, and I don't know what it was. I thought like she would like miss me or something. So I was like, not miss me, but she would at least like want to talk to me. And then I was like, hey, can we talk about this, like, elephant in the room, right? Like, I don't know what's going on. So I was like, can we at least text? And then when I was going up to her, she turned the other way, and I was like, fuck, like, already being ignored. And then like an idiot, I decided to walk a bit faster so I could catch up to her and say hi. And then she pretends to be on the phone. And I was just like, oh, like, no, that is like so disrespectful, especially considering like what we had and like what you told me about like how I like what I meant to you, and then just like how it all went to crap. Like, maybe my situation's bad, but genuinely, like, I'm starting to lose like a lot of faith and love and like a romantic interest, honestly. Like, this shit sucks. But hey, it's not healthy to stay in that mindset and constantly remind yourself of what happened. The best thing you can do is work on yourself and let them miss out on the greatness and who you are and who you're going to be, because you're going to be capable of so much. You're going to do so much in this world. I promise you, as long as you apply yourself. And yeah, thanks for listening to me rant, and I hope this helped you somewhat. And like, you're not alone. Like, I'm going through it. You're going through it. So many of us young lovers are just going through that, and that's just it's a man's journey, right? A woman's journey too. Same thing happens to girls too, especially. Some guys can be like dickheads. I know that for sure, but yeah, it's just a journey, and that's who we become and what's gonna make us in this world. And each time you get heartbroken, come back stronger. Don't lose yourself. Don't lose your grip. Just come back stronger and learn from those past mistakes and just become the best version of you. And I promise you, man, you're gonna fucking win. Don't let this shit get to you. I need to tell myself, don't let this shit get to me, because it's been getting to me. And it's not healthy. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Good luck. You got this. I love all you.